exhale, just sink into the mat. I'm going to do that a few times just to relax. And if you want to as well, you don't have to with it. As you inhale, you can start to squeeze all your muscles. I've just been having a stretch with my strap because my legs are a bit tight. So if you want to, as you inhale, just squeeze everything and then relax. But if you don't want to do that, just inhale, hold, and as you exhale, just feel the tension releasing from your body. You'll get more out of the stretches. Chuck my tissue over there because it's tucked in my top. So inhale, hold, let's do it one more time. Inhale, and relax. So on your next in-breath, lift both arms above the head and just stretch. So if you can get your shoulders to the floor, that's great, but if you can't, don't worry. And as you exhale, bring them down. Just inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then we'll start to add one knee. As you inhale, arms on one knee. And then the other. So you can squeeze the knee in, lengthen the arms as much as you want to. Always do what's right for you. You know that now, don't you? You know that. But it is really important. And then let's hook the knees in. So hook the knees in and rock from side to side. So just let your back roll into the floor. We're going to do Happy Baby in a minute because it's really good for your back, that. So take your arms out into the cross position or capital T. And we're going to take the knees to the right and the head to the left. Oh, and let the shoulders drop, let the knees drop. Let's take one more breath on this side, deep breath in. Shoulders down, let the knees drop a little bit further to the right if you can. Then when you're ready, come back to the centre, just rock from side to side. And we'll go over to the left. So knees to the left, head to the right, deep breath in. And as you exhale, drop that right shoulder, drop the knees. Let's take one more breath to the left, deep breath in. And relax. Excellent. So we're going to come back to the centre. So we're going to have a little go at Happy Baby. It's much better doing this at home than in the class in front of everyone. I'm not over keen on this one because of the way you are. So if you can, you're going to grab both toes and you're going to bring your knees towards the outside of your armpit, if that makes sense. So they're not coming in towards your chest, they're going to the outside. And we're just going to rock. You can rock from side to side, or you can just pull the feet down so the knees come down. Does that make sense? It's not the most dignified, is it? But doing it like this, no one else can see, only yourself and me. And I won't tell anyone. So you can rock, but it's really, really good for your back. So you can rock from side to side, and you can pull the feet so the knees come down even further, and it's a really good stretch down the back of your leg, the hamstring. It's a good stretch in your hips. How does it feel? Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Oh, good. Do you like it, Alina? Oh, brilliant. Excellent. Oh, just a little bit more of a rock. Oh, lovely. And then when you're ready, we're going to come into child pose. So just come into that whenever you're ready. Oh, it was nice, that, actually. So into child pose. So as usual, you can have your knees anywhere you want to. If you want them wide, then your chest gets a bit lower to the floor. If you've got any knee issues, put some cushions under your knees. If you've got shoulder issues, you can bring your arms a little bit closer and just put your forearms down. So there's lots of different things you can do. Let's take a few breaths. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, sink the chest down. You can sink your bum down into the heels. That feels okay. And slowly walk the hands out to the right side. Put your left hand on top and push your head in the gap. So it's up to you how far you go with this. Ooh, if you tight down the sides, see if you can inch a little bit further away. And all the way over to the left. Inch away, deep breath in, relax as you exhale. Start to feel the body lengthening, creating space where we can. And then slowly come back to the centre. Now if you've got tight shoulders, come up onto your fingertips and push your chest down between these shoulders. If it's too much for you, you don't have to do it. Or you can always do a diamond with your finger and thumb and push your head down. I always want to say finger and thumb. So it's either your hands like that on the floor, or so you can either have them like that, or you can have them like claws. And it just raises your arms a bit so you can get your shoulders, a bit of a deeper stretch in your shoulders. And then into box position when we're ready. So knees directly under hips, hands under shoulders. So just imagine that your hands, a bit like Spider-Man would be, they're not flat to the floor, they've got sort of a gap where the palm of your hand's in, and your arms are lifting up. So we don't want to sink down, we really want to lift through the length of the arms. And we round the back. And we arch the back. And start off really slowly. And if you want to, you can go from side to side. And then, before we forget, we're going to do the little toe stretch. So tuck your toes under, sit yourself back if you can. So if it's excruciating, don't do it, don't worry. Shoulders back and down. You can clasp the hands, you don't have to, it's optional. You can always do reverse prayer with your hands if you wanted to. So you could, if you wanted to, do reverse prayer. Oh, depends on your shoulders. It's quite a nice one to do. Take a breath. Just check it's. Oh, checking it's recording. It is. It's all right. Excellent. And then we'll come back into the box position. Have another little stretch. Before we come into down dog. So whenever you're ready, toes under, so lift through the arms as well. We don't want to sink down into the shoulders, we're lifted. Deep breath in, and let's come into down dog and have a pedal. Oh, that's my toes cracking. Enjoy the stretch. feet together and slowly uncurl. Ooh. So, ooh, let's have a little stretch before we go into our roll down. So interlock your fingers, extend the arms away. So with this one, when we're extending, you can round the back slightly, then turn the hands to the opposite direction, turn back again, and then lift. And as you lift, we want to bring the shoulders back and down, and bring it down. Ooh, how does that feel? Let's do 3 more. So really move with conviction with this one. The mat's moving. So round the back, imagine the shoulder blades being pulled apart. So you can really round that back. And then you can turn the hands out the opposite way. You can turn them back and then lift. But as we lift, before we bring them down, take the shoulders back and down. Perfect. 2 more. So take the shoulders back and down. It just helps with the stretch. 1 more. Oh, I might have to open my window in a minute. It's gone warm now. Oh, excellent. Give your shoulders a roll. So we're going to go into our roll downs before we do a lap stretch. So tummy muscles in, shoulders back and down, deep breath in. Drop your chin onto your chest and we're going to roll through the spine. So we'll do about 4, we'll do about a minute or so. But if you want to stay down, stay down. If you want your legs bent, do that. I'm just going to open my window, it's warm in here. I'm really warm this afternoon. So enjoy, make it your own. How many have we done? I missed one when I went to do the window, so I don't know. When you've done 4, just stand in mountain pose. Oh. Have we done 4? Give me a thumbs up. Brilliant. You know I'm not good at counting. Right, we'll just do a side bend, a lateral bend, before we go on to our sun salutations. So take a deep breath in and lift the arms. So as they're lifted now, just squeeze the shoulder blades back and down. And that, so I'll just show you from side down. So we lift and we squeeze the shoulder blades back and down, just to save being at the front like that. You're going to take your left hand, you can see me there, I'll move back a bit, and grab your right wrist. So remember, squeeze your shoulder blades back, that's quite important. Take a deep breath in and start to slowly go over to the left side. So you want this right shoulder sort of behind the ear. Take it as far as you can, and then we'll take another deep breath in, take the shoulder back, and just see if you can go a little bit further as you exhale. Come back whenever you're ready. And change sides. So deep breath in, just take that left shoulder back. And as you exhale, slowly go over to the right side. Deep breath in, and as you we exhale, can we go further? Ooh. And slowly bring it back. Ooh. Give the shoulders a roll. Oh, right. Are we ready for sun salutations? So come with me as much as you want to, rest when you need to, I'll talk you through it. And if you want to stay in something longer than I'm in it, that's absolutely fine. We'll meet up at the start of the next one, so don't worry about that. So tummy muscles in, shoulders back and down, deep breath in. Let's go on the tiptoes. I get a bit wobbly on this carpet, but we'll try it. As we exhale, chest towards the thighs, crown of the head towards the floor. Inhale to come up halfway. Exhale to come down. Right leg back, left leg back. So lift through the arms. So we're in plank position. We're going to tricep dip down. So I'll put my knees down for the first one. So bring it down and we come up into up facing dog. So shoulders away from the ears. Lift the chest. Let's take a breath. And as we exhale, come back onto the heels. Oh, and stretch. So you can stay there as long as you want to. Take both hands out to the right side, left hand on top, head in the gap. Change whenever you're ready. So hopefully you start getting a bit looser down the sides. And back to the centre. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, we're bringing it back into up facing dog. So again, you could stay here for a breath, shoulders down, and whenever you are ready, you come into down dog. And that can be any time you want to. So we're lifting up through the arms. Tuck me top in. Lifting the hips, lifting the heels. Let's have a little breath. And as we exhale, lift your hips further and start to lower the heels if you can and push your chest towards your shins. Excellent. I'm going to do my left leg first because it's on this side, it'll be easier to see. So I'm going to lift my left leg. Oh, it's tight. Bend the knee of the left leg and then take that left hip out to the ceiling. Then we're going to bring that left leg forward and come into a lunge. So we're just going to come into a low lunge. And we're going to rock forward and back. So we're just trying to manipulate the hip a little bit. If you wanted to put your knee down, it's absolutely fine. So we're really trying to stretch through the hips. If you want to take your left foot out to the side a little bit more, if it gives you a bit more space. And then we'll place the right knee down. We'll bring your right hand to the inside of the left foot and we're just going to lift the left arm. So again, just a little bit of a rotation. Take a deep breath in and see if you can take the left arm up a little bit more, but lift the chest. So we're trying to create space between the chest and the thigh. Excellent. Bring it back down when you're done. And we'll just go back to that rocking forward and back. Oh, my foot's slipping on the mat. And then tuck your toe under and then just bring that left leg back any way you can. Ooh, have a little pedal. Push the heels down, push the hips up. Deep breath in, let's lift the right heel, bend the knee, take your right hip towards the ceiling. And we bring this right leg through. So we'll have a little bit of a rock forward and back, a little rock and roll. You can take the right foot out a little bit if you want to. And let's slowly place the left knee down. So the left hand comes to the inside of the right foot, and we rotate to the other side. And we lift, take a deep breath, and lift that arm, lift the chest. Excellent. Bring it back when you're ready. We'll have another little rock. And then toe under, come back into down dog. Ooh. Have a stretch, push both heels down, push your hips up, lengthen through the arms. And then we're either going to jump in or you can step it in. A little jump in. Oh, foot's warm. One down. Are we ready? So we do exactly the same again. This time we're going to a little bit of a lower lunge and we will have a go at lizard. But it depends how tight your legs are. My hips feel really tight, so whether I can get in or not is a different matter. Tummy muscles in, shoulders back and down. Deep breath in. Let's try the tiptoes. As you exhale, fold over, crown of the head towards the floor. Inhale to come halfway. Exhale to come down, and we'll step it back. So we're in plank position. So we're going to tricep dip down, bringing it through to up facing dog. Ooh. And then on your heels whenever you are ready. So come to your heels. You're going to have a little stretch to the right side, left hand on top. Ooh. So see if you can go a little bit further. You might be able to just inch your fingertips away a bit more. Then over to the other side. And then back to the centre whenever you're ready. Deep breath in. And we're going to come into up facing dog whenever you want to. Up facing dog, lift the chest. I'm going to come out of it into down dog because I don't really like it, but you stay in it as long as you want to. Lift your hips. We'll do the left leg again first. So lift that left heel, bend the knee. Ooh, take your left hip towards the ceiling. Really opening up through the hips. Feels tight on the left side. And whenever you're ready, bring that left foot through. So coming quite far with it. So we want the knee either in line with the ankle or behind it. Let's have a little rock forward and back. Ooh. And then slowly bring that knee down whenever you're ready. So you can either stay here or you can have a go at lizard. And all that is getting your elbows towards the floor. So if you've got a block or a cushion and you need to use that, just grab it. That's what they're there for. And we just need to breathe. It's always a good idea. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, you may be able to relax a little bit further into it. So take that left foot out to the side. No concessions tonight for the weather, is there? Deep breath in. So hopefully you get a little bit further. Sometimes you have to stay in it for a good few breaths to actually get into the stretch, especially if it's somewhere that's really tight on your body, because you carry a lot of tension if it's tight because you're trying to protect it. And whenever you're ready, you can either have a little hurdle stretch if you want to, or you can just come back into child pose. We'll have a little rest. Ooh. Ooh, it's a toughie, isn't it? So that's your rest over. Whenever you're ready, into box position, into down dog. We've got to do the right leg. Oh. So have a little pedal if you want to. Heels down, hips up. Take a deep breath in and lift that right heel. Bend the knee. Oh, take your hip towards the ceiling. And when you're ready, bring that right foot through. So even if you have to drag it, do not worry about that. And let's rock forward and back. How does it feel compared to the left? How does it feel in general? I know how mine feel after the gym this morning. Oof. That's my foot squeaking on my mat. So whenever you're ready, place your left knee down, and you can either have your foot flat or you can be up on your toe, whichever. Take your right foot out to the edge of the mat a little bit more to get some more space. And you can stay here or you can have a go. Slowly putting your elbows down. You can tell that's tight because I can normally get that down right away. Oh, I'm going to change that track, it's awful. I hate that one. So again, we want deep breaths. And don't worry if you're not quite touching the floor with the elbows, it doesn't matter. Hopefully you're getting a bit further each week, but some weeks you may be a bit tighter, so just move that off the screen. Telling me I'm running out of time, but we've got loads of time, so don't worry. How does it feel? Just take one more breath. And then if you want a little hurdle stretch, you can, or if you just want to go into child pose, that's okay. Ooh. Excellent. And I think what we're going to do, we're going to come into down dog, and we're going to go into pigeon rather than going through the sun salutation again. And that means we can stay in down dog a little bit longer, pigeon a little bit longer. So toes under, let's come up into down dog, have a little pedal. And let's lift this left leg. So lift your left leg as high as you can, push the heel to the ceiling, bend the knee and turn your hip towards the ceiling. Oh, I always feel like I get cramp in this. Then we're going to bring your left knee to the left wrist. So left knee, left wrist. And then turn your left foot so it's just pointing out to the right side. Are we good? So your foot can be anywhere, just as long as it is out to the right side. Take your right toe under and push your kneecap back a little bit. And then I want you to take a deep breath in. I'm going to start to, if you can, we're going to start to lower the arms down. It depends where you're at with this. If you're really tight, you might struggle. And I want you to take some breaths. And as you exhale, you can start to push the chest lower. You can take your kneecap back a little bit more. And then just have a push down with your right hip. See if that makes any difference anywhere in the hips, in the legs. You might find that you feel it in your left glute a bit more, pushing the right hip down. Ooh. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, lower into the floor. How does it feel? Can we have one more breath? A deep breath in. Excellent. And slowly start to bring yourself up. Oh, how do we feel? Right toe under. And let's come into down dog and have a little pedal. Ooh. Push the heels, push the hips up. And let's go for the right leg. So in fact, I'll turn this way. So lift the right heel, bend the knee of the right leg, taking your right hip towards the ceiling. Ooh. And then we bring the right knee to the right wrist. So knees in line with the wrist, your right foot goes out to the left side, anywhere it wants to. Some people can get that at a right angle, I can't. Ooh. So, just trying to get in view of the camera. You can tuck your left toe under and take your kneecap back. You can pull this right foot out slightly. I want you to take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, just see how it feels pushing your left hip down into the floor. Deep breath in. So does it feel the same as the other leg? Once it starts to desensitize, tuck your left toe under, push your kneecap back to increase the stretch, or pull the right foot out slightly. Using that breath as you exhale, we're just trying to relax a little bit more if possible. It's not always possible, is it? And push that left hip down to the floor a bit more. Push the right hip. Just see where you're feeling any tightness. You might need to jiggle about. And then whenever you're ready, slowly start to walk the hands up. Ooh, take the left toe under if you can. Let's come into down dog. Oh, how do the feet feel? Have a pedal. Have a stretch. And then just have a little pedal, little stretch. I'm going to take the left hand over towards the right leg. Now if you can grab your ankle, grab your ankle and look under the right arm. If that's too much, just grab the leg or just put your hand on the floor. And you can just rotate under. And then whenever you're ready, just change sides. So right hand over towards the left leg, anywhere that's good for you. And look under the left arm. And then back whenever you're done. And we're going to come onto our backs. So just come onto your back any way you want to. Oh. Hug the knees in. Rock from side to side. Double check the time. Ooh. So if I lose you, ladies, do have your relaxation. I just want to finish off with Happy Baby, what we started with. So if I do lose you, do have your relaxation. So bring your feet up, grab your big toes if you can, but don't worry if you can't. Take your knees to the outside of the elbow. You can even put your elbows on the inside of your knees just for a bit of leverage if you want to. And just have a little rock. You can rock forward and back, side to side, whatever's good for you. But you can almost feel your back relaxing into the floor. It's a good stress relief. And it's good for your hips. So if you feel like you've got the mobility, you can pull those knees down a bit more. Oh, I'm like a weeble going from one side to the other. Just another few seconds. All right, the zoomer's gone off, so I want you to straighten your legs, put your hands at the side of your body, and palms facing up. Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. So I want you to use this time, even if it's 3 minutes, 4 or 5. I want you to inhale for as long as you can, hold it for as long as you can, and then slowly exhale. And I want you to count it. And the reason I want you to do that is I want you to see if you've improved any, because I know some of you struggle with the breath, but just count it. If you're lucky enough to have like a Fitbit watch on, just see your heart rate go down. So just stay here. I mean, if, 10-15 minutes, you deserve it. It's so beneficial for you. But if you can't manage that, at least 3 or 4. And inhale. Hold. And exhale. And you can feel your body sink into the mat. So I want you to carry on with that, guys, and just enjoy, and I will see you all soon.